International travel, we all hate it.
True. The result is nice.
Yeah. I got to see family and friends, but I had to deal with airplanes. And my first flight was from Chubu, NGO, Centrair, as they call it, to
NGO?
Tokyo's, NGO.
Oh, okay.
Non-profit organization.
Right.
So, flying to Narita. And I was on a flight with, I think, a whole high school class of Japanese kids.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I was seated next to a high school boy. And I'm just, it's a very short flight. It's Nagoya to Tokyo. It's like 45 minutes to an hour. I'm looking out the window. I'm not even bothering with the screen. This kid, he pulls out the remote for his screen's monitor. He's going to watch a little something on the way to Tokyo.
Yeah.
He starts fiddling with the remote.
Right.
And I'm looking out the window, and I can see out of the corner of my eye, he's grabbed my remote, and he's cruising around my screen.
Yeah.
And he realizes this almost instantly and panics and puts the controller back where it was in the seat and then closes the lid. Like watching me the whole time. Like I can see, I'm not making it obvious that I know he's doing this. I'm still looking out the window. I just see this happening in my periphery.
Yeah.
And he deftly replaces the controller and closes the lid to where it was in the seat. Then he opens the lid again, takes the controller back out, and navigates on the main menu to language and then English, and then puts the controller back. So, like, just a very thoughtful boy, just a nice kid.
Very thoughtful, yeah.
It's very cute. Just a nice thing to do.
He might enjoy this.
Yeah.
And then you should have turned to him and went, "I'm Turkish, idiot." No, yes. Very, very, very considerate. Have you ever been in that situation? Have you ever gotten someone else's remote on the plane seat?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty common. It's not always obvious which side things are supposed to be on.
So, yeah. If it's on the arm, yeah.
I've turned on somebody's overhead light. I've turned on somebody's air.
Oh, yeah.
I called a flight attendant and then watched the flight attendant grill them incessantly while I pretended not to know what was going on. No, I've never done that. I did on the next flight, though. On the long flight, I got to my seat. There was a row. There was a center row, 4 seats in the center. It was a father and I think 2 daughters. And my seat is on the aisle, and one of the daughters is sitting in my seat.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to like tell her, "Hey, you're in my seat."
Mm.
And the dad's just like, "Is there a problem? What's the problem?" And I'm like, "Well, she's in my seat." And he's like,
"Yeah."
I think in retrospect, I think he was talking to her, but he looked in our direction and said, "Here, you want to sit next to me?" And I thought he was talking to me. And for a brief moment, I don't know how to react. And I start to say, "Well, no, I specifically reserved the aisle seat because I want the aisle seat."
Yeah.
And before I could finish that sentence, his daughter was like, "Yeah, of course."
That still happens in this house when I say something to my child and then my wife thinks I was saying something to her because I didn't say his name. So I consciously sometimes try to make sure to open a sentence with his name first.
Oh, yeah.
But then it also goes the other way, where it's like, I want to talk to my wife and say something to my wife without her name, and she just ignores me. Because she thinks I'm talking to the boy. Of course, there's no confusion about sitting next to each other. We all enjoy that. And the family, I mean.
Yeah. You all like to sit in a row at the end of a long day.
Well, yeah, but on the couch.
What kind of couch you got?
Big.
Must be nice.
Big and gray. Yeah, they got them big and gray here in America. I don't know about you.
You've sat on our couch. You know it's also big and gray.
That'd be a good name for a restaurant. Big and Gray's American Brewery.
We only serve gray food and gray beer.
And we love Big the Cat.
Wait, what's a good example of a gray food?
Oh, certain kinds of oatmeal.
Gruel?
You love oatmeal. Yeah.
My customary gruel will suffice?
Yeah. There's grayish gravies. It's in the name.
Oh, hey. Elephant ears are brown. That's misleading.
I like to eat the gray lady.
You do need fiber.
It's No More Whoppers. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks very much for listening. My name is Ray Barnholt, buckled up buttercup, and with me, as always, Chet Lug, Alex Fraioli.
Hi, I'm going to be very upfront. I'm lagged and loopy, and you're getting an inconsistent Alex this month.
Okay. Well, I think we got a big show ahead of us today.
We do.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Mainly your trip that you just came back from Pittsburgh. And I say we have a lot to talk about because we could have had more to talk about, let's say last week or something. But as you will no doubt explain imminently, things didn't go quite according to plan. And, we couldn't do our traditional phone call episode. We like to do that sometimes.
Yeah, this was...
we do the international travel. Yeah.
This was not a vacation in the traditional sense. No. And that's not really anybody's fault. It's just how events played out.
Okay. You sure you don't want to blame anybody?
We'll get to it. I will blame you. Can I blame you?
I was hoping more like God or
another
authority figure.
Is that a Final Fantasy Tactics reference?
Don't do that. You'd be better than that.
All right. Hey!
We're off to a ring-dropping start. Hey, live and
that was a real one. I can do it anytime I want.
That's right.
That was on my phone.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to record that one.
All right. Well, here, I'll do it up right next to the mic.
Oh, yeah. That's sort of a rubbery sound, even though it's on phone glass. Anyway,
it's a rubber ring.
Yeah, so we couldn't do our fun phone episode because of things, but you're home at least, and you're in one piece, and that's good. So,
yes, I made it back. Made it back to Japan safely.
Yeah, but that seems to be the big topic today. So, do you just want to jump into it? Your trip?
I do. Let's talk about it.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go for it. Hi, Alec.
Hi, Ray.
I'm Ray.
So when I say that it kind of wasn't a vacation, what I mean is that I spent almost the entire 2 weeks just taking care of my mom, who is unable to walk at the moment.
Wow. What happened?
Okay, so last year, before my dad died, she broke her foot. She tripped. She was walking the dog, tripped outside, broke a bone, and she was kind of hobbling around after that. That healed more or less. And then months and months later, she was having some hip pain. And she went and got some kind of steroid injection. And it basically just dissolved the head of the femur. And so now she has to get a whole new hip. Yeah, that's some fucked up shit that I didn't really understand. That, like, every once in a while, people have a reaction to this particular steroid shot where it just eats your bones. That's cool. That's a cool thing.
Steroids, famously good.
Yeah.
She had to get a whole new hip.
Yes, she is. Well, she's
the whole shebang.
She's waiting. The surgeon said she has to wait a certain amount of time after the injection. I don't know the medical reasoning behind it. I'm sure it makes sense, but it's
just suffer for a while.
It's not scheduled for another couple of weeks. I was there helping take care of her. I was walking the dog. I was waking up early. I was making breakfast for both of us. I was basically
right. So the plan was you were going to stay with her anyway, right?
Yes. Yeah. The plan was the whole plan was after my dad died, she's going to sell the house and then move into a smaller condo, which she did. Yeah. And then I was going to stay with her, which I did. But, it was going to be like a vacation where we drive around and we go shopping and we go out to eat and we go visit family members. And instead it was me the entire time basically cooped up in this house. I was only able to get out a couple of times, and it's not her fault. It's, I didn't mind taking care of her and helping out. That was fine. But, Yeah, it was.
No, it's not her fault, but you're still like kind of, not to make it sound bad, but kind of stuck taking care of this invalid, your mom, for, you didn't expect to, is what I mean.
Yeah, and she didn't really do a lot to prepare me for that because I didn't know that she hasn't really been walking since November. That was kind of thrust upon me very suddenly.
Why?
She was trying to hide it. And like, I think one of my sisters mentioned it to me in text, just in passing. And I'm like, sorry, what? What do you mean? I thought she...
So she was trying to hide it from you, but no one else told you?
No one else. Well, I was told eventually, yeah.
Well, yeah. After the fact.
About a week before I showed
after
up.
You land and yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
So it was...
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah.
But why would she hide it? I mean...
I think she didn't want me to dread the vacation.
I suppose, but...
Like, it's not like she's my mom. It's not like I'm going to cancel my trip when I find out. Like, what?
Yeah,
you mean you can't walk? Hello, Jal, cancel my flight. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, totally. I think that's too bad.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't keep that sort of thing a secret because, that will kind of put a real big wet blanket on your trip.
Yeah, I know. And it kind of did, but we made the best of it. I brought along I received an analog pocket for my birthday. Let's say it's for my birthday from
okay,
one of our good pal listeners. And I loaded it up with read-only memories, including the Chronological Trigger and Dragon Warrior 3 on the Game Boy Color. Those are the two that I played primarily, and WarioWare.
Wow, this was gifted from a listener.
Yes.
I thought it was a family or friend.
No.
Like a deeper friend.
I think he's plenty deep.
Okay, fine.
No, it was
I see. Well, you can't argue with free. I'd rather get one of those free than pay the money for it. So yeah, not bad.
I don't know if it's embarrassing or not to say it on the show, so I'll just say it's a listener who's been to the bar several times, who's traveled to the bar quite a few times.
All right, Norm.
Yeah, it was all right. It was Norm.
Let's call them Norm.
What's Norm's favorite game? I'm going to say Beyond Oasis.
We lost Norm, so I don't know anymore.
Oh, did we? George went?
George went.
Is that the headline when he died?
George went out of here.
There you go. So I had some games to keep me company. I had no books. One of the first things I did was when I hung out with Smoo, we went down to Half Price Books and I bought 3 Chuck Klosterman essay collections because I needed something, and his name came up in a podcast recently, and I'm like, all right, let's read this guy. And it's a book. It's 3 books. I'd never really read
obligatory
any of his stuff before, but it is very it's very Gen X and kind of cynical, and
yeah,
like I'm glad I bought them. I'm glad I read them, but like that's a kind of author, that's a kind of voice that I don't think is around anymore.
No, not really. They had their time in the sun, that's for sure.
Yeah, if folks aren't familiar, Chuck Klosterman, I think he wrote primarily for Spin and a bunch of other magazines. He did a lot of interviews with musicians and athletes, and he's a brilliant writer, and I really like reading his stuff. But it is very it's very Gen X. It's very cynical, and it's very like from a time like the first book I read was Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs, which is from the early 2000s.
Right.
Which was a time when like we still kind of had the monoculture.
Yeah, right.
We hadn't all splintered off into our own little niches, like like now, whatever super hyper specific thing you're into, there's an entire YouTube channel devoted to it. But back then it was just like, well, we all know who Lenny Kravitz is, so I'm going to read this Lenny Kravitz article. And like, you can't really do that anymore.
Yeah. Well, nothing to do after dinner except watch Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah, like he has a whole I think he had a whole article about how like Johnny Carson was one of the last personalities that just everybody knew. No matter wwho you were or what you did, you knew who he was. He was on TV every night. And everything has kind of splintered off so much that kind of personality doesn't really exist anymore.
No, definitely not. Definitely not on late night TV.
No. So I read a bunch of his essays. Even if I disagreed with a lot of his takes, it's still good to, read other styles and read other writers. And that got me through a lot of the 2 weeks. That and the analog pocket.
Not bad. Sort of living in the past.
Yes. When I ran out of those, I remembered my buddy Adam here in Japan alerted me to an app called Libby.
Okay.
Ray, you familiar with this?
Vaguely. No.
Okay. It's basically a library app.
Okay, yeah. Now it's coming to be clearer.
And if you have a valid library card from any library in America, you can check out digital books. So
as long as they're still standing.
Yeah.
As long as we still have libraries.
I realized this on the way to the library. My brother drove me there to get a library card. I think I visited all 4 of the places I worked when I was in high school on this trip. Starting with the library.
All right.
Well, no, technically starting
you
with
worked at the library.
Yes. No, starting with the half-price books. I didn't work at half-price books, but I worked at the Toys R Us next to half-price books.
Okay.
Which then became a Babies R Us.
Same parking lots you worked.
Yes. Which became a Babies R Us, which became something completely unrelated.
Right.
Toys R Us, library, the gym. Smoo and I stopped for lunch at a sub place, which I think was next to or occupying the same space as the gym I used to work at in high school.
Okay. Was the sub place called the gym?
No.
Because that'd be a good name.
It was a Firehouse Subs.
Oh, dang.
Which is fine. It was,
I'm just going to write this down in my idea notebook.
All right.
Restaurant called the gym. Okay. There we go.
Good. What is it? Just a lot of protein? Like, what are you selling?
No, it's just tongue in cheek. You say, because someone would say, hey, let's go to the gym. And it turns out you're just buying a big fucking sandwich. You're going to eat that.
Just cut to you and me, Lady and the Tramping a 3-foot hoagie.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Another thing we missed out on because of your vacation foibles.
That's some fan art. Can we get someone to draw that?
No.
Oh, all right.
I veto.
And then, of course, the 4th place was Arby's, which is more or less unchanged.
Yeah, which really depressed me, just looking at your picture of it.
Oh, really?
All the Arby's I've been to, I was in one recently when I went up on my road trip. One attached to a Love's truck stop, and it was modern looking, relatively clean.
Sure.
Tile walls, that sort of thing. Not this kind of like dreary brown furnished thing that you were slinging hash in or whatever.
Yeah, I would love to go into an Arby's and order some hash.
I don't know. These places need to evolve their menus constantly.
I mean, maybe it looked dreary because it was nighttime and it was empty. I don't know. But it was the same.
Possibly that too, but I think the furnishing just didn't look very modern.
All right, fine. I'll drop that in the suggestion box next time I'm there.
Okay. You know what the other thing is that I guess it's because you are tall. The photos were kind of taken tall from a tall, high up spot. Yeah. I don't know what you were doing. Were you holding your phone up above your head or something? But that made it look worse.
You think it was an unflattering angle for the room?
I do, yeah.
All right.
I'm saying don't be tall in an Arby's.
You want me to go back and take better pictures?
Not you. That's just a tip for the road.
Oh, all right.
You're fine. I know. You can't help it.
So I worked there for a brief time. My older brother also worked there. And he once...
Same time?
No. We were there at different times. But he once cut himself on the roast beef slicer.
Ooh.
And I mentioned this to the kid working the counter. Because I was there with my aunt and I was talking about working there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Just that line. Good, keep going.
And I just offhandedly mentioned, I was talking to her. I wasn't talking to the kid behind the counter. I was talking to her. I said,
okay.
Oh yeah, Chris worked here too. This is where Chris sliced his finger on the slicer. And then the kid at the counter was looking at me, so I had to be like, oh, me and my brother used to work here. And then he's like, I don't know how you do that. You can't really slice your finger on that. And he kind of motions to the slicer in the back, and I peek around, and it's just encased in plastic. It's been crisp-proofed entirely.
Yeah, of course.
Which I thought was pretty
Things
funny.
have changed.
Oh, yeah.
Things have changed since his day.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right. So those were some of the plays.
Hey, did he give you the Gen Z stare?
What? The what?
That's a stupid trend thing that was popping up on social media.
The hell is that?
Apparently, if you say something weird to a Gen Zer working in a service job, they'll just stare at you.
All right.
I think it's just a normal reaction that people seem to attribute to their other generations because people are dumb and mean.
Yeah, that's just called...
It's just a stupid social media thing.
That's called working retail. Like, people say dumb shit all the time, and you have to put up with it.
Yep. Anyway.
Gen Z. Gen Z does not have a monopoly on being confused by your bullshit.
Exactly. Oh, my Lord. I'm so sick of it. Both ways. Anyway. Glad you had that little jaunt, I guess. You little jaunt to your haunts.
I also had some work to keep me busy because before I left, I boneheadedly accepted a freelance job on one of the freelance websites. It was not voiceover. If it was voiceover, I would not have accepted it. It was just proofreading.
This was Lancers?
Yeah.
The hockey team?
No.
Okay.
It was just a proofreading job from somebody who was making a website to sell tour packages, like I think it was cycling packages to tourists coming to Japan.
Okay, yeah.
And it was bizarre because the guy was like, I need you to proofread these 9 pages. I AI translated them, and I want you...
boy, great start.
And I want you to go over them to just look for any weird AI telltale signs and just make them sound natural.
Okay.
And I'll pay you more money than it would have cost to have a professional translator translate them.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, you know what? I can make time for this on my vacation.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I have no idea why he offered that much and did pay it. But
okay.
It helped me feel like I was being productive while I was there.
Yeah, no doubt. On the other hand, people got too much money. Some people.
I mean, I'll take some of it if I'm working.
Hey, I'll take it. I'm not saying I won't take it. I'm just saying some people got a lot of it.
Yes.
And spend it frivolously.
Now, before I get into other stuff, it is important, as always, you've got to hear about the movies that I watched on these airplanes. Raymond, are you ready for this?
No, I don't got to hear it.
Shit.
I'm a free person.
I built it into the show.
I have no obligation. No is a complete sentence, Alex. That's what it means.
Shit.
No,
all right.
So, yeah.
Good night, Seattle. We love you.
Well, that's the end of the show, everybody.
All right. You know what? I had a change of heart.
Oh, one of your trademark changes of heart.
That's what everybody knows me for.
Thank you.
Good old change of heart. You know what? I will listen to your tomfoolery.
Thank you. I watched, partially influenced by my wife because she's a big fan of The Solitary Gourmet. I watched the Solitary Gourmet movie. You're familiar with that show?
Oh, yeah.
If the listener is unfamiliar, The Solitary Gourmet it was a spinoff of Midnight Diner. Is that right?
No, it's separate. It's just the same guys in both things.
Isn't that what a spinoff is?
No, the same actor.
It's not the same character. Oh.
No. We went over this last time.
He's in 2 different shows about food?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I know. Midnight Diner's good, though.
Yeah. Solitary Gourmet is about a salaryman who just goes around eating and meets people. And they made a movie out of that. And in the movie, he goes to Paris, France, to meet another Japanese guy and his granddaughter.
Well, he didn't have to go that far.
Yeah, right? Could have found some of those in Japan. But no, I guess he was summoned there specifically because he's some kind of food detective, because the old guy is like, I want you to recreate this soup I had in my youth that I can't find anymore. And
sure. It's like Columbo, but for gumbo.
Yeah. Yeah, walks through books, yeah. So the guy, the salaryman, his name's Goro. Only 2 arms, disappointingly enough. He says, yes,
right.
Sure, I will try to track down the ingredients. So he goes back to Japan. He goes to the fishing village where the guy is from. He asks around. He assembles all the ingredients he can. And over the course of this is all leading up to, there's a token gaijin in the movie.
Oh boy.
But it's not a bad one. It's, I thought it was pretty good. It's a guy who kind of looks like a young Ralph Fiennes. He's a Ralph Fiennes lookalike that I refer to as Ralph, fine.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
And
very good.
He speaks fluent Japanese, which is great. But what's even better is like he gets into a heated conversation with Goro, the main character, where and Goro eventually says to him, "How can you speak Japanese?" And his response is to scream back, "I don't know," which is great, which I thought was very funny.
Yeah, that's kind of like you.
Yeah. And you later find out that like his mom, he's half Japanese. His mom is from Japan.
All right.
They form a little bit of a camaraderie. They team up with another guy. They have to try to get a ramen chef to come out of retirement to make a broth that he thinks is key to recreating this soup. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
It's fine. It's a fine movie. I also watched I want to say like it was early 2000s, maybe 2004, like crime suspense comedy called After School. Have you heard of this?
After School, no.
I couldn't tell you a single actor in it. It moves very quickly and it doesn't explain much, but it falls together by the end if you've been paying attention. It's one of those movies where like you can't really put the pieces together because it's withholding information from you. So when it does reveal itself, you're like, oh, that's okay.
Well, then give me some more information. What is this about?
It's about a salaryman whose wife is expecting, and he is caught on camera, on a hidden camera with another woman. And for some reason, the higher ups in his company find out about this. Okay. And he and the woman have disappeared and they're trying to track them down. And for half the movie, I'm like, why does his company care if he's with this woman? And you find out it's because the company is in cahoots with a Yakuza guy, and the Yakuza guy is the woman's ex-boyfriend. And it was by his order. And there's also a heist, and there's a take, and everything is hid from everybody. And I think it's called After School because it's about 3 childhood friends, and one of them works at the school they used to go to.
Okay.
It's fun, but it's also very early 2000s. It's not a bad movie.
All right, then.
After School. Dig it.
I will.
Now, those are fine. Those are great movies. They got me through a few hours. The real star of the show is I watched a Japanese movie from this year called The Man Who Failed to Die.
All right.
Starring an actor whose name I forget, but I refer to as Daniel Sadcliffe. It's
Daniel Sadcliffe and Rafe find in the event of the year.
I posted about this on Blue Sky a little bit, but the premise of the movie is this: Daniel Sadcliffe plays a young comedy writer who is just having a real shitty go of it, and he's about to jump in front of a train after a hard day of work when the train doesn't come because at a previous station, a middle-aged guy jumped in front of the train. Mm-hmm. And so the train stopped, and the young guy's life is saved. And it doesn't really go where you think it's going to go, which is what makes it interesting, because the old guy starts haunting the young guy, and my first thought was, okay, it's going to be a lot of, you're young, you don't throw your life away like I did. And it's not that.
Right, yeah.
It's, hey, kid, I saved your life. Here's a knife. You have to go kill the guy who's stalking my daughter.
Oh.
And but it's also a comedy, and it's just really fun.
Okay.
If I had one complaint, I think it's that the ending ties everything up a little too nicely, but I still really enjoyed it.
All right. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a huge, it's so good. I watched it on the plane ride back as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. But it is mostly comedic.
I don't know if it's mostly comedic. It's punctuated with comedy.
Would you say dark comedy?
Absolutely dark comedy, yeah. There's a bit where the ghost of the middle-aged guy helps the young comedy writer write a manzai sketch for a group that he is supposed to be writing for. Mm-hmm. And it's also very moving.
Do we see the manzai at all?
Yeah, you watch their whole performance. Okay. Like it's really good. It's I don't want to give too much away, but if you can track down The Man Who Failed to Die, that's a big recommendation.
All right. I love some good Japanese film.
Great, because I watched one more on the flight back. Raymond, are you familiar with Studio Ghibli?
I'm afraid not. That's the name of a movie?
I watched Porco Rosso. Yes.
Oh, okay. Right.
No, I watched Porco Rosso, which I'd never seen before, it's fine. It's great. It's Ghibli. It's,
it's one of the, I think it's one of the ones that is regarded as fine.
Yeah.
But I know people like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And finally, I watched Thunderbolts, and my one-word review is, sure.
You mean the new Avengers?
Yeah. you know, it's a Marvel movie. It's the fast food of cinema. I know what I'm gonna get. It's fine.
Right.
It ate up 90 minutes. That's what they exist for.
Oh yeah, more than perfect for any plane ride, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. anything 2 hours and over, pretty good.
So that's Cinema in the Sky.
Okay, good.
All right.
Great. Some nice ones to look out for, I think. I'll check out the Solitary Gourmet movie.
Yeah. So while I was in America, I did get a chance to hang out with Smoo and his family, and got to play...
Your best friend Smoo.
That's right. Got to play Donkey Kong Bonanza with my goddaughter. That was fun.
All right, yeah.
Have you played it? Have you played the new DK?
Nope.
It's very busy.
Haven't even purchased it.
There's just a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, because I got a lot of shit going on. That's why I haven't played it yet.
All right. It's not my kind of game for several reasons, but I still had fun.
Yeah, I imagine it's more fun playing it with a kid.
It's, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, like more and more, I can't deal with busy visuals or like visual distraction on that scale is, I can't do it. There's so much shit going on.
I can see what you mean. Yeah, I've seen that game. I know what you mean. Just all the pieces flying and such.
Right? I mean, there's good monkey sounds. There's good bananas. There's bananas.
Okay, yeah.
You get to turn into like a Super Donkey Kong.
A bonanza.
Not to be confused with Super Donkey Kong, a.k.a. Donkey Kong Country.
I'm dying for a piece of good old New York pizza.
Donkey Kong Country is another term for Banana Republic. Did you know that?
Thank you, Alex. That's what we're here for.
Anytime.
Oh, Alex stuff. Yeah.
Boy, I went to a couple of malls. I went shopping at a couple of malls, and that's one of those quintessential American things that I do kind of miss over here is just how fucking big and stupid malls are.
Yeah, most of them are big and empty now.
Our mall in Southwest Pennsylvania, had a revival, I guess. The South Hills Village Mall never really went away, but I went there to do some shopping, and yeah, it was bustling. It was crazy.
All right, yeah. We have a big mall here in San Jose, the Santa Clara, I guess, the Valley Fair Mall.
Ooh,
and yeah, there's always something opening there, and always has a line of people lining up for it. And there's always some store launching there. It's always some Asian thing, food or cafe, ramen,
bubble
like
tea,
that. Or yes, absolutely,
right.
Tea, ice cream, or just trinkets,
baubles.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, they already had a Pop Mart for a couple of years, but that's different.
Smoo and I also went to Best Buy, which is so weird now because part of the fun of going to Best Buy in high school was just perusing the rows and rows and racks of games and DVDs and PC software. And now it's just, it's so thin and empty, and there's so much wide open space because there's nothing to sell anymore.
Yeah, because, well, they decided not to sell it.
Yeah, but
they were like, we're getting rid of a lot of this physical stuff. And so they cut it all the way down to make more room for refrigerators, but there's no room for the refrigerators either. And there's too much room.
But it's all still occupying the same building.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're not filling up that space. And it's very lonely. And I mean, this shit hasn't changed in 20, 30 years, but you go in and you are accosted by, hey, you need anything? You need some help today? What are you guys looking for? Need any help? No, never. Never have I gone in there and said, yes, you know what? I do need help. Thank you. It has not happened, and it will never happen.
I guess Best Buy is so dire, and also Californians don't really care about service too much. So whenever I've been in Best Buy in the past 10 years, I don't get any of that. I just get the apathy.
I wish we got the apathy.
But yeah, Best Buy decided to eschew all that physical media and put more toys in there. You can go in there and buy some Legos if you want.
Oh yeah, that was
a Mario plush.
That was my takeaway from the GameStop in the mall. And I know GameStop's been like that for like 10, 15 years, but it's like 10% games and 90% t-shirts and Funko Pops and all other kinds of merchandise.
Yeah. GameStop is what Best Buy looks like from further down the spiral. Like Best Buy is sliding down. And by the way, insert the Mario 64 slider music. It's sliding down and it can see GameStop down up ahead. And it's just like going through an even worse time.
I got it right here.
Hey, come on over. Have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes, Rebecca. Come into Best Buy now for great... Hey, it's me! For great deals on televisions. Yeah, there was like just a gigantic TV there for not a lot of money. And, if I could bring a giant TV on the plane with me, I sure would have, because...
Right.
Giant TVs in Japan are still kind of expensive because it's just it's a consumer good that you can charge a lot of money for.
They still mostly have, depending on the store, I suppose, but they still really have the big brands in Japan. Like you can't, I don't know if you can go to Japan and they have like TCL TVs, brand TVs.
What the hell is TCL?
These Chinese brands that came in America.
I tore my TCL last year.
Or, the store brands, like Walmart has their own store brand now called ONN, ONN. You can buy an ON TV.
What?
At Walmart. Yeah.
ON.
Yeah. But am I right, though? Japan mostly still sells the bigger brands.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Sony, Toshiba. Yeah. That's all you can really find there. So, of course, those are always going to be the most expensive.
Although my computer monitor, the monitor I have you on right now, is a 42-inch Vizio.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Was $80 because my buddy Paul got a deal.
Right. Okay.
Because he does some work on U.S. bases from time to time, and I guess they have access to like American priced goods. And he's like, "Hey, I'm going to the base. Do you want?" They have a 42-inch TV for like, I think it was 10 or 12,000 yen, all told. And I'm like, "Yeah, I do want that." I used it. I used it as a gaming TV for a while, and then I realized, oh shit, this could just be my PC monitor, and now it is.
Right.
The only downside is it's only 60 hertz, which means I tire out from FF14 faster because I used to play it at 120 FPS to ease my shitty eyes.
How's those eyes doing, by the way?
Not great. I'll tell you what, though. I fear for my PC in this weather because, like, when I used to play FF14 at 120 FPS, my computer would start to make some noises. Nothing awful, but it would get a little bit loud until I turned the frame rate down. And now that I play on 60, it's fine. It doesn't really do anything. But the weather here is so brutally hot that, I'm not going to leave the AC in my office on all night. But I came into my office this morning and the computer is just whining and gasping. And it's just idling. It's not doing anything. It's trying to stay conscious in this weather.
Sure.
And so I turned the air on and, 20 minutes later, it's fine. It's totally quiet. But like overnight, my computer is crying.
Yeah. Well, that's like me in Japan without AC.
Yeah, exactly.
So
now I'm like, should I be putting it to sleep when I go to bed? Or should I be sleeping together with my computer? Or shutting it down?
The second one? No. But,
well,
yes, sleep is good.
I only say shut down because I've had a lot of issues trying to get computers to stay asleep.
Yeah.
They will spring to life in the middle of the night, and I will look up how to fix that, and I tweak the things that are supposed to do it, and nothing works, and it still just pops awake.
Yep, you have your classic Alex computer problems.
Yes, that no one else seems to have, and I don't know how to fix it. So, like I used to put it to sleep every night before I did, but it just springs to life for reasons I don't understand.
Right. Well, my main one is sleeping right now because it would indeed turn this room into an oven if I left it on.
You don't want to do that.
But also, like, how about yours? Have you given it a once over on the fans? Have you cleaned it out?
I did that a couple months ago.
Okay, fair enough.
So they should be fine.
Yeah, it should be. It is. Just struggling, I guess.
I actually did it last year when I upgraded the RAM, and then I did it again a few months ago. So it's like everything's great in there. You could eat off of that thing.
Every year is good. That's about a good minimum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I have to do soon.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's go. Get the compressed air. Let's go. Let's
do
it. Here we go.
Oh, that's
all right.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
Wow. I can see your computer. What do you got there? A GeForce RTX?
Shut up. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I have monopolized all of this segment. Did anything happen to you while I was away?
Well, while you were away? No, not necessarily. I've just been finding ways to occupy my time.
All right.
We got the Steam version of Blast Rush LS coming soon.
Yeah.
Probably not around the time this comes out, maybe. I don't know. I forget. But yeah, got that wrapped up more or less. Oh, I went back and have to patch the old original version of Blast Rush, the mobile phone version and stuff. So I'm going to patch that around the same time as LS comes out on Steam. So that's also been some work I've been doing. Well, my son had his 3rd birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
He's 3 now.
Nice.
Big milestone. And I think I mentioned before how he kind of quote unquote passed his
driving test,
speech therapy shenanigans.
Oh, right.
And so he doesn't need any speech help necessarily anymore.
Good. Okay.
So he's all done with that. And that means I can now spend Thursdays and Fridays mostly clear because I'd have to take him to appointments.
Oh, yeah.
Quite often. So we don't have to do that. That was some relaxation. He had his birthday party with most of our friends, but they also have kids. And so they were there. But those kids are also still infants compared to him. He's the oldest of our friend group.
Oh.
Because we were the first ones to have a kid. And so he's leading the pack. But he got a tricycle.
Ooh.
He got another thing to ride, a sort of he's a little bit too big for it, but it's a little wavy sort of track thing with a little car that you sit on and you go down, up and down this little track, this plastic track. And that's a good outdoor toy.
Sure.
That was a nice little afternoon. Yeah, I have not been doing a whole lot other than the usual stuff. And celebrating my child, of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I was getting ready to do a phone call with you, but clearly you didn't have time or mental capacity for it, so I just let it go.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. I'll get into the road trip next segment because we're coming up on the end of segment 1 here. I will say though, over a couple days I did completely exhaust myself because my mother volunteered me and my brother to help move furniture from out of the old house and into 3 or 4 family houses around town.
Oh.
So my brother had to rent a U-Haul, and with the help of some other family members, we loaded just the heaviest shit into, I didn't know how to tell my mom, but and this is probably the last time I'm going to do this because I know how dangerous it is. I don't have traveler's insurance. I'm not insured in America, which means if I get injured, I'm just fucked. I'm just straight up fucked.
Yeah.
And she had us moving heavy-ass couches and armoires and tables and loading them into this moving truck. I'm 42. My brother is 50. We almost died trying to get a mattress up some stairs.
Yeah, no kidding.
I kind of wish she had just hired a moving crew to do this because we can't really do this anymore.
But you said 3 or 4 houses?
Yeah. Can
you say that again?
3 or 4 houses.
No, I mean, what was the setup?
Oh.
You had to move stuff between them or just all out of them?
We were moving stuff from the old house.
Yeah.
Right? Because my mom moved out of the big house. Yeah.
It's a big
she
house.
moved out of jail. Yeah. We moved a couch into my cousin's house.
Yeah.
We moved something else into my uncle's house, which is nearby. We moved a couch and a mattress into my sister-in-law's house.
And we moved, if you don't...
Oh, I'm not done. We moved a couch first we moved a couch out of my brother's place. Then we moved a couch into my brother's place. 4 places in all.
Oh, right. I mean, Jesus Christ. If you're not going to hire somebody, you should at least have proper tools and equipment to handle that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
we did not.
They have these shoulder straps where you can, 2 people can sort of like...
We had one dolly, which helped a lot. I mean, it's not a big deal because we're just moving one thing at a time. We would just have to position everything on the dolly and then very slowly wheel it if there's a flat surface. And then, there's a step. Now we got to pick it up. Someone take the dolly, put it below the step, and then we got to finagle this thing back. It was a whole production, and I was wiped out. I was dead the next day. I felt bad because my brother had to go to work the next morning, but I was just like staying in bed completely aching.
That is remarkably involved for anybody.
Yeah.
Like most moving jobs are like, we'll just move from one to the other, not 1 to 3 others.
Yeah. Well, because this wasn't
excessive.
This wasn't a typical moving job. It was like, because my mom had, I think she hired the realtor. She authorized the realtor to hold an estate sale. And I guess these were the leftovers that didn't sell. And so she was like, well, we have to get rid of them somehow. Who wants them? And so everyone in the family just, they called dibs on the things they wanted.
Yeah, I guess. Have you considered just dumping a bunch of gas on it and lighting a match? I mean, you could do that too.
No!
Be faster.
No, we gotta sell. Sell.
Sell.
It's a couch market.
All right. Gosh darn it. Well, once again, you're back in one piece, so that's good.
Well, let's try this. Let's take a quick break and let's come back. And I want to hear from you?
A little more from you.
From each other.
Yeah, exactly. All
okay.
Right. We're back out of this?
BRB.
Folks are back. I'm Ray. That's Alex.
Hi.
It's No More Whoppers. We're talking more about Alex's journey to the west.
West via the east.
Right. Okay. And are you a monkey boy?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
You talking about Goku?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Goku no Natsuyasumi? All right.
Magic Son Goku.
Great. So one of the primary reasons for visiting was to take this road trip up to New York with my siblings, as I mentioned before.
That is right.
Yeah, we found out a few years ago that my dad was adopted, and so we started tracking down family. I think he found a copy of his original birth certificate.
Yeah,
but we could not track down, or maybe it was the adoption certificate.
But that was the catalyst.
It was a DNA test originally.
Okay,
and it wasn't his. It was somebody else in the family. It was one of my siblings who took a DNA test and was like, "Hey, I thought we were mostly Italian. What's going on with this like Scottish and Polish business?" And
yeah,
so my dad's like, "Huh, okay." He does some digging.
Curious. Yeah.
He does a test for himself. He finds out, yeah, that's not accurate. I think I was adopted. Calls up his cousin Bobby, says, did you know I was adopted? And Bobby's like, yeah, I thought you knew. He's like, no, I didn't know. No, just nobody told him.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And,
just like how nobody told you about your mom.
Yeah. And unfortunately he passed before he could meet his half siblings. We went up there to meet them. And the trip was specifically to inter a little, I don't know what you call it, a tiny little urn. We call them pocket Polly. A pocket Polly urn of ash with his birth mother, because we found his birth mother and we met her kids, my dad's half-siblings.
Okay, yeah.
And they're all super nice, and we had a great time. And we went up to the cemetery where she is, and we buried a little pocket Polly up there, and we just had a nice, brief little memorial ceremony. It was great. We had dinner with the half-sibs, and then the next day we had a barbecue at their house, and that was about it.
All right.
It was very nice. I don't know what else to say about it other than it was very nice.
Okay, well, that's all you need sometimes.
Yeah.
Compared to everything else that happened up till then.
It was, and we watched old home movies because they had a bunch of home movies of her from like, when she was young all the way up through her life. And it's very strange seeing somebody's home movies who you're related to that you've never met. Like this woman was my biological grandmother, and she's palling around with these other kids I've never seen before,
Yeah.
But it was fascinating. She seemed like a very nice lady. She held a patent on, I think towards the end of her life, she invented a portable oxygen tank carrying system because she was on oxygen and she was not satisfied with the apparatus she was given. So she invented a thing that worked better. And then it was so good. They're like, oh, we can patent this.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's pretty cool.
Overall, it was really swell. Yeah. It's hard. It's difficult to illustrate how I guess important or moving it was, because this is all very subjective. This is all just, it's me meeting family and me talking about my dad with it. It's not something I can really illustrate on the show here and now. It was just very pleasant and very nice. And I think it gave me some of the closure that I needed.
Yeah, of course. So you're part Polish.
I guess.
Well,
yeah.
By extension, yeah.
Oh yeah, we also tracked down the biological father as well, who also passed away a few years ago, but he has a son in Florida. I think he became a real estate guy.
Yeah, sure. Sounds like Florida.
I don't think we're driving down to Florida.
Okay, you sure? Next year, maybe?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Unless you want to go to Nickelodeon Studios.
Unless I want to go to an abandoned building.
Surely it's being used for something.
Blue Man Group.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Huh.
Yeah, I know.
They should at least get slimed during the performance as an homage.
No, it's all gone.
What?
No more slime. Slimeless.
The day the slime dried up.
Yeah, exactly.
What was that oral history called that we read? Was that Slimed?
That was Slimed, yeah.
Okay.
Written by the guy who started to have weird opinions about characters from other races.
Uh-oh, what? I don't remember this.
Remember that? Oh, he was going on some rant about this cartoon that was like about...
Oh, in the book?
No, afterward. After the book, but like as part of the, it's social media stuff or whatever. He was like having this weird complaint about this cartoon that I think had a Hindu character or featured Hindu characters. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And you're just like, oh, okay, you're actually a little bit nuts.
Oh, boy.
Why? You don't need to be that nuts.
No.
Who knows if he got any better. But
we'll see. We'll do a health check.
Yeah.
All right, that's all from me. Raymond, over to you.
Okay. Well, that's a really quick way of transitioning over to almost nothing, because I have almost nothing.
You're on the spot. What do you got? Tell me.
Yeah, I don't have much in the personal space, but I do have some Konbini news for us.
Oh, wait, hang on. I have the Konbini news theme.
If you had a convenience store, then I would live with you.
All right.
Okay, fantastic. This is from the the middle of July. So this was, I think, before you left on your trip. But the headline is, Quebec-based Couche-Tard pulls out of bid for 7-Eleven parent company. Couche-Tard is the owners of Circle K. And, if you tried and read their name as if they were English, it would kind of sound like couch developmentally disabled. Let's just say JD Vance. So the JD Vance company tried to buy 7-Eleven, Seven and I Holdings, specifically the Japanese corporation.
That's right.
That owns 7-Eleven. I'm going to read this little article now.
Please do.
The JD Vance company says it withdrew its proposal to buy Seven and I Holdings, which it accused of failing to sincerely and constructively engage with its offer. JD Vance says it repeatedly sought a friendly dialogue with Seven and I's founding family, but alleges it was not open to any conversation and management hasn't been willing to address basic questions about industry dynamics in the country. JD Vance first made a friendly offer for Seven and I last August. It improved the bid that fall before issuing a non-binding proposal. Seven and I initially rebuffed the takeover, saying it would be too hard to nab regulatory approvals because some would see the deal as reducing competition across several markets. And so on and so forth. The core part of the story is this company thought they could buy a Japanese corporation.
All right.
They learned pretty quickly that wasn't going to happen because the Japanese corporation basically just left them on red. Did not get back to any of their emails.
Left them on Yonda.
Just let them sit there and stew. And they got mad about it. They got publicly mad about it. They said,
cute.
Seven and I was just not being nice to us, essentially. Not giving us any sort of reply or anything like that.
Oh, poor baby.
And I just had to look. I had to look at this story and be like, in my classic way, I had to ask, what did you expect?
See, it's fun when you're not saying it to me.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Why would you think you could buy Seven and I Holdings, which I believe, by all accounts, is not doing badly? 7-Eleven in Japan, pretty much a big deal still.
Yeah, the most successful convenience store.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Seven and I Holdings, the letter I, stands for Ito Yokado, which was the mostly grocery store chain that initially licensed and brought over 7-Eleven to Japan in the 70s.
Yeah, that was the supermarket. That was my local supermarket when I lived in Komaki. When I first came to Japan, there was an Ito Yokado in the center of town.
Right. They're still around, of course.
Yeah.
And so, but they are also 7-Eleven. And that, of course, exploded in Japan. And they did so well. And 7-Eleven in America did so bad that they just bought the 7-Eleven, the original 7-Eleven American company. And so that's the core of it. Nonetheless, 7-Eleven is all this big Japanese company. And I just had to look at this story and be like, why did you waste your time? There is really so few examples of any big established Japanese corporation being acquired by a foreign entity.
Yeah.
They will for sure go the other way. They will buy foreign entities all the time. Happens quite often. But almost never the other way around because they're Japanese. They are not just going to let that happen.
No.
They would really have to be tried as war criminals and have such a shot to their reputation that no one else would want to buy them except a foreign entity.
Yeah.
And that hasn't really happened either. So a very funny story. You got mad about it because you thought you could pull it off and it didn't work. And it's just one of those things that also ties back to the stuff about video games we talk about, where people for the longest time.
Oh no! Wait, hang on. Are you? I was about to bring this up. Are you talking about how every once in a while an article will surface? It's like Microsoft to buy Nintendo.
Specifically, people who think, not just articles, but people who think Microsoft should buy Sega.
Oh yeah,
and people who have no concept of Sega as anything other than a video game company, when in fact Sega is owned by Sega Sammy Holdings, which not only owns Sega and Sammy, but also they did own a bunch of arcades, but they also have an anime studio. They own TMS, the anime production studio. They own Sega Toys, which is not the game company, but a toy company. and just all of these other entities that, again, don't seem to be doing bad. And so why would Microsoft be allowed to buy them?
Yeah.
Microsoft, a giant American company, buy a big Japanese company. It makes no sense. And you did mention Microsoft buying Nintendo. There was that leaked email from Microsoft, Phil Spencer, the leader there, and other corporate guys. There was like an email chain that was disconnected. We couldn't see the whole email chain, but this was when they were trying to buy Activision, right? And so they accidentally put a bunch of internal emails up from the court documents on a public site. They didn't redact any of it properly.
Oof.
So you can see this email chain, and again, it's at like the end of the chain, so whatever. But it's like Phil Spencer replying to like one of his dudes, and then like another financial guy from Microsoft saying like, boy, yeah, you know what? Buying Nintendo sure would be great. It'd be a real career-defining move. But, great. We'll talk about it some other time. And from that, you can infer that somewhere at the beginning of this email chain, this financial guy was trying to like propose to Phil Spencer of Xbox to move in on buying Nintendo. I should also note, by the way, the financial guy from that email had a Japanese name.
Oh.
So he was Japanese, and I was just thinking, don't you know better? Why would you bring this up?
Maybe he's very disconnected from his country of origin. Maybe he's, he's been in Washington for too long.
Well, as a financial guy, and these financial analyst guys are all the same, they only think of in terms of merger and acquisition because they're just looking for pats on the back once something finally goes through and they get all the monetary gain from all that, because it's all about growth.
We did. We bought brawny paper towels.
Yeah. Anyway, it was just this non-reply from Phil Spencer. It was just like, yeah, Nintendo's really great.
Yep. Sure, champ.
We'll wait for them. Hey, when they're ready to stop making hardware, we'll be there for them. Yeah. Thanks, champ. Keep up the good work. Love, Phil. But, I'm sure even he understands that he's not going to get a meeting with Nintendo about just buying them out of the blue. And so I don't understand why the J.D. Vance company would feel that they would be able to buy Seven & I Holdings. However, there was once, months before, a year prior to this article about them being mad at Seven & I. Oh, no, years actually. So a few years prior to this, 7-Eleven bought the chain Speedway, which is a chain of gas stations and convenience stores.
Oh.
In America. They won out from the J.D. Vance company. They wanted to also buy Speedway. And 7-Eleven won out. And I think there was some sour grapes about that. So I found the article from there, August 4th, 2020. This was in 2020.
Oh.
7-Eleven owner beats out J.D. Vance with $21 billion deal for 3,900 Speedway outlets. And so I think that wasn't received well back at the J.D. Vance company.
No.
So for some reason, 4 or 5 years later, they decide, well, we're just going to try to buy these assholes. We'll show them. Yeah, we're going to get it. We're going to propose to them. We're going to give them a lot of money. They'll give them an offer they can't refuse, except that they're Japanese and they can refuse it.
Oh,
and certainly will. So yeah, that's the core of it. I just wanted to pass along that story. Very funny story. It made me quite amused because it's just like, what the hell were you thinking?
Yeah.
And Alex, you know this too. This is just ridiculous to think that you could just buy a successful Japanese corporation.
No.
Just because you just want to own all the convenience stores in the world. So that's that. And that reminded me of another story. So you may recall last year around this time, there was some news stories going around, and we talked about this quite a bit, about how 7-Eleven in America was going to start selling the Japanese food from the Japanese 7-Elevens.
Oh, that's right. I just remembered, yeah.
Yeah, this spread across social media, and and it was all because the Wall Street Journal put out a video talking about 7-Eleven's new distribution strategy for getting their food across the country to all their stores. And the video opened with like shots of the Japanese food from 7-Eleven and being like, boy, this is what it's like at 7-Eleven in Japan. What if it was somewhat like that? But it's all about food distribution. It's just about moving trucks across the fucking country. It wasn't about the actual food product. But the fucking headlines went out that 7-Eleven's going to start selling Japanese food, Japanese snacks, and all the famous things that we love from the Japanese stores.
How did that get so twisted?
Because no one cares. No one actually cares about 7-Eleven. No one actually thinks that, no one knows, no one cares. No one actually pays attention to anything. They just got the first part of that video and decided to run with it.
Go with it.
So something sort of happened from that new food thing, because so the company that makes most of the fresh food for 7-Eleven,
Nabisco,
is a company from Japan.
Oh.
And they have like these new American distribution centers because they want to help 7-Eleven in the US.
Right.
It doesn't mean they're making the Japanese food for the 7-Eleven stores here. But the thing is that they changed, I guess, the recipe of the egg salad sandwich here in 7-Eleven. They use different bread now.
All right.
And that was people's sort of opportunity to go, see, look, I told you. Now they have egg sandos, just like in Japan. But it wasn't that. It was just a different kind of bread. And it's been over a year now, and I was just wondering, hey, what happened with all that Japanese food at 7-Eleven stuff? Because I looked at that headline, those first headlines last year, and I went, that's not what's going to happen. This is not going to happen. What are you talking about? Are you insane? Nothing is going to happen. And so, hey, what happened? Nothing.
Oh.
7-Eleven in America is still the same. There has been no sweeping changes. There has been no grand entrance of any Japanese delicacies. It's the same old shit, day in, day out. Because once again, you just can't like start introducing Japanese food to the average 7-Eleven customer, the average American 7-Eleven customer who rolls up to 7-Eleven in their pickup.
Oh, wait, hang on. Are you telling me that pickup door opens and Joe TikTok steps out? He's not going to know how to open an onigiri?
I'm saying that, yes.
All right. Okay, then I do agree with you.
Yeah. And you know what else people mostly go to 7-Eleven for is coffee. They go get their coffee and they run out the door and they're done.
Yeah.
And 7-Eleven, every other food item at 7-Eleven already has such a bad reputation. If you talk about the fact that 7-Eleven has pizza, people go, are you kidding me? If you were shown a picture of a fresh sandwich that is sold at 7-Eleven, people go like, are you kidding me? No. At 7-Eleven, that is the stigma it carries in this country. It's not going to be upended just by starting to put Japanese snacks or whatever in there. Or they would indeed have to completely shut down all the stores, remodel everything, change the complete product profile, and give us entirely new things. The only bellwether people could have looked to was the Hawaiian 7-Elevens, which are much closer tied to the Japanese arm.
Oh, yeah.
And have more Japanese items in Hawaii. But that's Hawaii. And you kind of go, oh, yeah, I get it. And it is a different corporate entity that runs the 7-Elevens in Hawaii as opposed to the mainland USA 7-Elevens. But it's still different. And that's Hawaii. You would expect that in Hawaii.
Yes.
Not in deep middle America.
No.
So I just thought I'd give an update on that. Nothing happened.
Thank you. I did not have a chance to visit a 7-Eleven on a road trip, but we did stop at several Green Apples. They're not a convenience store, but it's like it's like a side of the highway compound full of fast food places. It's basically like a food court. It's like a self-contained food court on the highway.
Okay. Sounds more like a Japanese outlet mall. That has more
And there
of
was like a convenience store on one end of it where I had the shittiest egg muffin I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
For $7. Fuck off.
Oh boy. Wow.
But this was
God bless us.
This was another instance of, I think, reverse culture shock for me, because I've been in Japan so long where, like, I'd say in the past 5 or 6 years, Japan has begrudgingly embraced cashless payment options.
Yeah.
And you can still use cash pretty much everywhere, so I do. And when I go to America,
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, cash has to be good in major chains, right? Like, they still want cash. And we stopped at this Green Apple, I think it's called Green Apple, for lunch one day. And I go in and I'm like, all right, Panera, I'll get a bread bowl or a sandwich or something. And I line up at the Panera and I get to the machine and I put in my order. I go to complete order and it's like, tap your card here. All right. So you don't do any cash at all. That's great.
I guess not.
There's a Burger King on the other side. I walk over to the Burger King and I see there's 3 lanes in front of the Burger King that are separated by a rope. One of them is for order pickup, and then the other one is for cashless orders. And then those are the little kiosks. And then there's one on the left that says cash orders. And I get in line at the cash orders, and I'm waiting behind 3 people for what feels like 5 or 10 minutes before I realize, oh, they're waiting for their orders. They're not here to place an order.
Oh no.
They're all holding receipts. They're waiting to they're waiting to pick up.
Right.
And so I just kind of sheepishly move in front of everyone, and I get to the front of the counter where there is nobody and there is no register.
Yeah.
Everybody behind the counter is busy working. They're making burgers and taking fries out of the fryer. Nobody is up front to take orders. And I stand there for another 5 minutes before I realize no one is coming to help me.
No.
I try saying, excuse me, hello, just nothing. I am ignored. And by this point, the rest of my siblings have eaten and are ready to get back in the car. And that's when I just fucking gave up and went to the convenience store at the end and had the world's shittiest egg muffin sandwich.
But they took your cash, did they?
Yes. All $7 of it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. That's every fast food place, it seems now. There is one person at the counter. And the rest is go to the kiosk, order it, and wait for it.
So we have the cashless kiosks in Japan too. When my wife and I, like, sometimes she wants to go to McDonald's after work and we'll meet up at one near the movie theater. And that has 2 giant cashless kiosks, but it also has a counter where you can go up and use cash.
Right.
And when I was transferring on the way back to Japan at Chicago Airport, there's a McDonald's there. And I'm like, well, it's breakfast time. I'm going to get a McGriddle because I haven't had one in years. And they have the exact same kiosks that they have in Japan. I guess it's a worldwide. They look the same. They function the same.
McDonald's is, pretty synced up.
Well, here's the big difference. I place my order. I tap my card. It says, order confirmed. Thank you. Nothing is printed. I do not get a printout. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to because everybody else there did. And I don't remember what my order number was. It said, thank you for your order. While my order number was on screen, I was staring down at the printer like, I get a slip now, right? So I can get my thing.
Christ. Yeah, you should have. Yeah.
And so now I panic and I start opening up my phone and checking for, like, did the charge go through? And then I remember, oh, right, Citizens Bank is not the same as UFJ. My UFJ debit card in Japan, when I make a transaction, I am notified instantly on my phone.
Yeah.
Citizens Bank tells you maybe once a day at the end of the day.
Oh, boy. Well, yeah, that kind of depends on the provider, too. Yeah.
So I have no way of knowing if the transaction went through. I don't know what my order number is.
Christ.
So what I do is I sit back and I watch the next person use the kiosk. And my plan is, all right, I'm going to look what their order number is. And I'm just going to subtract
process of elimination.
one.
Yeah.
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 And what happens is the woman who went after me also did not get a printout. And she looked very confused.
Yeah. Because they had a fuck up.
There's a fuck up, but like in that situation, I think somebody is supposed to be notified that nothing's being printed or it's out of paper or something, but nobody did anything. And I just had to wait there without a slip until I saw one of the workers put what I thought was my order, and it turned out it was, into a bag. And I had to kind of sheepishly go up and be like, hey, I think that's mine. I told her exactly what I ordered, and she said, yeah, that's what's in the bag. I'm like, it didn't print anything out, but I think that's my order. And she just gave it to me. Like it was fine. It was not a big deal.
Yeah. No.
But the whole time I'm sitting at a table eating it like, what if I got somebody's order by mistake? What if somebody comes up and it's like, hey, that's, I mean, you never know.
Live and let live.
All right. That's not what Paul McCartney and Wings told us.
That's been happening a lot lately. You will see a fast food restaurant start to renovate. And usually what that means is they are closing off most of the front and giving one cash register to one person who also will bring out the food when it's ready. McDonald's, I think, led the way. I went to Taco Bell recently, same thing. Burger King, here, same
Lordy.
thing.
I don't like it. I can't like it.
No. You can't.
I did get to have Wendy's while I was over there because Wendy's is not really the same in Japan. I mean, we don't even have a Wendy's in Nagoya anyway.
Oh, okay. Right.
But I had so many Baconators. It's like, what if the Terminator was made of bacon?
How many did you really have?
I had 2. But it's like, imagine a bacon sandwich that goes back in time to kill the mother of its enemy. That's what the Baconator does.
All right. Yeah.
I also had some of the Baconator's children, the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger.
I sort of get what you mean by saying Japan is transitioning to cashless stuff. Because again, when we went last year, like I saw the self-checkout thing at 7-Eleven. I was like, hey, when in Rome. So I just use that, scan my stuff, and put it in a bag and left.
Some of those even accept cash. Like the self-checkout at our local pharmacy accepts cash, that's exactly up my alley because I don't want to talk to a human being, but I also want to use cash.
But it's like classic Japan, right? Because they will transition slower than what will happen in America, where it's just like, hey, fuck you. We're doing this now.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like that Japan is still very much on cash. And even our local donkey is self-checkout accepts cash. I love it.
Right. I mean, not to make the obvious now tired fax machine joke, but it's like, that's where we're at still in Japan,
Yeah.
Still dancing around the fax machines, still offering ways to pay with cash easily.
There's something comforting to me about continuing to use cash because I worry that when all of my money is represented in an account, I start to think of it as like points and I spend it more freely. Whereas if
it's like gold in Dragon Quest.
Yes. I can only carry 65,535 of them.
Yes. Oh, man. If only that were true. Boy, we'd have so fewer problems in the world, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
If we could only have 65K. Yeah. Well, I know what you mean. It doesn't bother me. I like it. It helps me with my anxiety. That's for sure. So the more the merrier there.
What, cashless?
Yeah.
All right.
But really, I'm glad we're way past writing checks.
Oh God, yeah.
Too. Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't mind if we still had to mainly use cash for most things, but just the fact that there is a kind of secure way to pay for things easier, and I'm not against that. So yeah.
Yeah, I had to set up I think I had to set up a Yahoo wallet when I started using Yahoo auctions to start selling the games, which I was kind of against. But they let you just tie it to your bank account, which is what I ended up doing because I was worried they were going to make me get on PayPay because I've resisted PayPay this far. I had a receiving account for the bar, and then when I shut the bar, I shut that PayPay. Like, I don't want to use PayPay.
It's not the same thing as real cashless because it's just like, oh, you use a QR code or something, right? It's like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not using the thing built into your phone to actually tap and scan and whatever.
Yes.
It's just, it's the same shit that Walmart tried to pull because Walmart doesn't want to use Apple Pay or any of that stuff. Walmart, you still have to insert a card into the machine. They don't let you tap it because Walmart, infamous cheapskates, They don't want to owe anything else to any other kind of company. So they just don't do it. But they did try and launch some sort of app, almost maybe a decade ago now, which is sort of the same concept as PayPay. It's like, here's your order. You can scan your QR code to finish your payment. Like, no,
Wall pay.
that's dumb. That is dumb. That is, yeah. No, it was like a joint venture, and there was a bunch of other stores that were being holdouts.
Cash for me.
Yep.
I'm not looking forward to, because we're gonna have to move in the next couple of years while this building gets rebuilt. I'm not looking forward to possibly having to open a new bank account just to pay rent, because that's a thing that Japan makes you do sometimes is, this realtor will only accept payments from such and such bank because there's no fee. So you have to open an account with that bank just to pay rent every month. It's fucking ridiculous. And it still happens.
Yeah. Wonderful system.
Yeah.
I'm sure they all love it. It's all very organized. All put in one place, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, that's enough of our griping, I think, maybe.
Yes.
Anything else good happen?
Yeah, let's be positive. What are some positive things that have been happening? I'm making some good progress writing the next YouTube video. Been playing a lot of FF11. That's kind of positive.
Okay, good. Yeah. I played Death Stranding 2. I finished that. That was a
how
good
was that?
experience, largely. Yeah, it was a good, as someone who was invested in the story from the first one, it's good to get a continuation. But as a Hideo Kojima game, it does have some shades of the same sort of sequel problems that we had with Metal Gear Solid 2. I mean, you get like a new setting, you get a new sort of threat, you get some questions answered, but a whole lot more asked.
Oh boy.
And a game that largely feels the same as the first one. But I think, like I was saying before, there are plenty of good things that make it easier to play compared to the first one. You can more easily avoid areas with the BTs, the big scary shadow guys that try to kill you. You can, you can get a 4-wheel truck pretty easily, and that means you can just zoom past a lot of that area, and then you can upgrade the truck and give it more battery power and stuff like that.
Can you, I think I've asked this before, can you kit it out like a Dekotora?
Not to that degree, but you can give it different colors, and you can put some decals on it, but you can't necessarily position the decals any certain way, and you can't give it crazy flames or anything, I don't think.
For our Canadian listeners, a decal is what you would call a decal.
Yeah, right.
Great. I'm here to help.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just a Canadian thing, but I've heard at least 2 Canadians in my life say decal, and both times I'm like, what?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I also, and this is not just a Canadian thing, because when we were visiting New York, someone also said this, so it might just be like a Northern American / Canadian thing, but using the word bath as a verb, as in bath the dog, that's wrong, and don't do it. But why are you doing it?
I've never heard that. What? I've never experienced that.
I've heard that from Canadians and Americans alike, and it's
no way.
Wrong. We have a word for that. It's called bathe.
No.
Or even wash. You wash the dog.
Well, that's a new one for me.
Yeah.
That blows me away.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What are you doing?
Well, congratulations. What would you like to see in Death Stranding 3?
They tease it.
Oh. More Manredas?
Yeah. Death Stranding 3, more Manredas.
By which I mean more Norman Reedus, not LDS Norman Reedus.
It all takes place in Utah.
No. I mean, it would be a beautiful vista to cross, right?
Yeah.
All those, that Salt Lake.
It's very funny how the story works out. So you start in Mexico and you do like 2 or 3 missions in Mexico, and then like the portal gate opens to Australia.
Oh.
And now the main open world of the game is Australia.
Cool.
But it's always funny, and Death Stranding 1 was like this too, where it's like, oh, Sam, you've got to go across the entire continent and link up everybody on the continent. And it's like, the continent feels like 50 miles across.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't take very long to go to these places, but they keep they always hype up the next mission, like, Sam, this one's going to take a long time. You've got to make it clear across the continent this time. And it's like, 10 minutes. It takes like 10 minutes to get to the next place. It's not that bad. Maybe it's because Australia's been, destroyed by the Death Stranding and is all barren. And so maybe it just feels shorter than it is. I don't know.
Did it feel a lot like a Mad Max?
No, not in the least.
Okay.
They don't got any of that stuff.
Oh.
There's a deserty area, but no, it's just sand.
Any yowies? Any bogans?
No, in fact, a distinct lack of Australians.
Oh. Not even a Paul Hogan?
There are some, but most of the people you meet in the bunkers and stuff still are like from America and have American accents or whatever.
Oh, geez.
Or are Japanese celebrities, like the singer guy. Gen Hoshino is in there.
Of course. Pop Virus.
And a VTuber.
Oh, boy.
And that girl from Terrace House I don't like.
I think I told you about this last year, but I did 2 voiceover jobs for a client last year, and then they emailed me and said, we're starting a VTuber outfit. Can we hire you to do announcements? And I'm like, yes, of course. And they're like, okay, great. Everything is going to be set up in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to let you know. And that was about 9 months ago.
Yeah, Jesus.
So I think people are jumping on the VTuber bandwagon, and I don't see it. I don't get the VTuber thing. And maybe that's just me being old and obstinate, but what is
a little bit.
What is the deal? Does everyone want to fuck a cartoon? I mean, I know people want to fuck a cartoon. It's the basis, the predominant basis of all nerd culture is how can I fuck cartoon?
I feel like that's the nucleus of it in some respects.
Yeah.
And some people actually think they are entertaining. Like they put on their characters, and I've never found any of them particularly entertaining or funny. A lot of it's just like unfunny nerd humor. They talk like that, but with funny voices. And, they stream games. That's about it. But you saw that fallout of that one outfit, V-Shoujo?
No. I actively try to avoid this sort of thing.
And it was mostly English-speaking VTubers as part of this outfit, and one of them became like the most popular streamer on Twitch ever or something, and then leveraged that into raising a bunch of money for charity. But she belonged to this agency, vShoujo, who took the money, apparently didn't give it to where it was supposed to be given to, in fact, spent it. And then after several months of nothing in that regard, the VTuber basically just put out a message in a confessional saying, like, I'm done.
Oh, no.
These guys didn't give the money where they went. And that was the domino that set it all coming down, because the rest of the VTubers left the agency.
Cool.
In solidarity. The agency just collapsed, and the dumb ass in charge was just like, yeah, well, we did spend the money, but it was like in an emergency, and we were going to get it all back.
We were really hungry.
Yeah, no.
Now, hang on.
We're already in trouble.
My concern here is, why do the foreign VTubers need an agency? Is that just an arm of the Japanese side?
I don't know exactly what this one's setup was. They did have a Japanese side, yes.
Because, so that seems to me...
But I don't know if they originated in Japan. I don't think they did.
That seems to me like a very Japanese practice, is just a predatory corporate presence that owns you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is, we see this all the time in Japan with, agencies that are in charge of idol groups and VTubers. It's funny to me that also shows up in other countries, I guess, just because VTuber is seen as a Japanese thing. Oh, we've also got to have the same shitty corporate structure as a Japanese agency where the company owns you and you have no power over anything.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like it would be a lot more sustainable and a lot more viable for these people if they were to just organize loosely, either, I don't know, on a Patreon or join up with other VTubers and start your own network and not not go straight to evil agency. Like, why are we welcoming that aspect of it? Why normalize that?
Because if you want to be a VTuber and ergo a famous one, you feel that your path is only one way. And I think, so the big famous outfit was HoloLive, or is, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
HoloLive, after a couple of years, started an English arm, and they made a bunch of new English-speaking VTubers.
Okay.
Because their Japanese ones were so popular. And so these English ones, I don't know if they all lived in Japan or what. I think they were from all over, really. But yeah, they joined up on the agency and became these girls, essentially. And yeah, they're still kicking around. They're still going strong, I guess.
All right.
But yeah, it is an idol agency.
Yeah. All right. That kind of answers my question is, yes, the Japanese side, when they extend internationally, they try to keep the same rigid structure and draconian control over all of these people that they possibly can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some people seem to think there's nothing wrong with that, or that it's somehow different from actual like singing idols and the girl groups and stuff. And I always looked at it and was like, boy, this is gonna break bad very soon.
Yeah.
Because you would still hear things, maybe rumor type things like, oh, this girl's complaining about it, or they let this girl go because of this, or she was going to raise a stink, or so on and so forth. And she's like, yeah, well, duh. Of course they're not treating them all right.
No.
I could have told you that.
Yeah.
But people are in denial about it because VTubers are still kind of a new-ish thing and entertain people quite a bit. And I guess they don't want that to end. Such is human nature.
Like, I understand that you need an agency or you need some kind of organization to promote you and to promote everyone else. And, you do events together. But there has to be a way to do that doesn't focus so heavily on the agency.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe there will be more of a, I don't know, proper agency-ish type thing from this side of the country.
Because it's the only industry that I know of where that happens. Like, you don't see actors, I mean, I guess you kind of see it with voice actors, but you don't see it with actors like being so beholden to their agency that they have to do what they say, and you have to do this collab with this other actor, and you have to do this. Like, It's not like that at all. Why is this one? And again, that's where I start to think, oh, that's the reach from Japan. That's the culture over here. So we now have to start imposing that on VTubers.
Yeah. Well, also those companies like make the characters and they own the characters.
Oh, well, that sucks.
And they're just getting a woman for the voice.
Oh boy.
And that's the actor, right? And doing the performing, attaching the motion capture stuff to them as well, I suppose, and doing all that.
It's all done with computers these days.
That's right. But it's also like not a secret on how to do it. And so there are plenty of independent VTubers.
Yes.
So like it's not impossible.
I follow a Japanese Dragon Quest speedrunner who has set himself up to be a talking anime cat. He's a white cat.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not affiliated with anybody. He set it up himself because it is easy to do.
Yeah, they're all over Twitch.
I watch him speedrun Dragon Quest 1 and 2, and he's just a cute cat.
But of course, the ones owned by the agencies are the most popular ones because the agencies have all the marketing reach, and you will hear about them more often.
Yes.
That's just how that goes. But of course, that comes with a hefty price tag, emotionally and so forth.
Personally, I'm excited for the upcoming collab between Omega-chan and Polly Piss Pants.
Yes. And she ends every sentence with pisu.
Tanoshii piss ne.
Pizza.
Great. No, that's Little Caesars. So, I mean, I guess we should address it finally. We've been talking about it for so long. When are we going to launch our VTuber personas?
Yeah, when would you like to do that?
I'm good anytime.
Oh yeah? You got the stuff all ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do?
No. You called me out. You got me. I mean, I think I did at some point download one of those and start messing around with it, but I couldn't get anything to work reliably. Yeah, just because I wanted to make that a stream, a point redemption thing where I go VTuber for like 10 minutes, but it's like, intentionally shoddy and just awful. And I couldn't even get that to work. I couldn't even get that to operate properly.
Okay. Well, sorry. I don't want to do it.
Damn it. What if we made like anime masks of each other and we did that? We did a little life swap.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give it a shot.
Wow, he's on board. This is great.
Yeah, sure. You
Hey,
go
everyone.
right ahead.
It's me, Ray-kun.
Oh my God!
That sounded like a Wario.
Alex, you have a bullet point here called Pals Visited. Did you want to talk about that?
Optimus.
Oh yeah, that was just last night. I went out for chicken wings with my pals Brianna and JT, who were in town for the.
I thought it was Pittsburgh related.
No, this was.
But yes, go ahead.
Some Brianna and JT were some old regulars from the bar who unfortunately left Japan right as the pandemic kicked off because they were not getting any lessons, and they had to make a judgment call pretty early on. Like, hey, if we go back to, because they just came over to Japan. They were here for a couple of months, and then the pandemic started, and they're like, if we go back like right now, we can go back to our old jobs. And they wisely chose to do that.
Yeah.
And she's a nurse, so there's no shortage of work for her during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So they were in town for the cosplay summit, the
Oh, yes.
the annual event that's held here in Naga, the World Cosplay Summit, by the way.
Right. The only reason to visit Nagoya.
That's right.
After Critical Hit closed.
Thank you. I dropped a picture of them on the Discord. You could see Brianna's dressed as Officer Jenny from the popular Pocket Monsters anime.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And we enjoyed some chicken wings at Yamachan. We hung out for a bit. It was nice. I had not seen them since they left Japan. It had been a long time.
All right, not bad. Glad they could make it back.
It's a big deal for me. And the reason I wrote it in the docket for the episode is because I don't socialize a lot anymore.
Right, right.
And
it's a big problem with everybody of our age.
Yeah. But now I have free time again. I should be able to do it, but I can't bring myself to. And
Oh, sure.
When the bar closed, I joked that I was going to enter my weird recluse phase, and I kind of am.
Right.
Like I see my friends every 3 or 4 months, and it's, I would like to see them more, but I can't do big groups. I can do small groups. I can do small get-togethers of like 2 to 4 people. That's perfect. Any bigger than that, I freeze up. Like I don't want to hang out with people. I don't want to be around people. I can't do it anymore. I'm getting very cagey when I'm around people. It's not good.
No, that's not good. But I know you're going to say it was because of drinking, but you were able to be more open, I thought.
Yeah.
And
conversational
in such a way. I don't know.
Yes. Well, I talk about this on New Game Plus. That was the focus of, I think, episode 3 of New Game Plus was, I was masking. And when you are drunk, masking is effortless. Yeah. You're personable and you're jovial and you're zipping and zapping.
And it comes to you. A lot of those opportunities to do that was coming to you,
Yeah.
Now you're in a spot where it's like, well, now I got to go out and get it.
Yeah. Now we got to plan something.
But still glad you still know people who want to see you.
Yeah.
And you can go out and see them. So, yeah. Myself included.
Yeah, come on over.
Not right now, but yeah.
Let's go out for sandwiches.
Well, we're working on it.
Would you like to come here and go out for me?
Okay.
Would you like to come here and go out with me for submarine sandwiches?
Sure, let's go to the gym.
Oh.
Should we move on to our next segment?
Yeah, all right, let's take a quick break. We're going to come back. Don't worry, we'll both be here. Folks, we're back. Welcome back to No More Whoppers, Segment 3. I'm Alex. That's Ray E.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. I wanted to close this out with a little teaser for our Sassafras pals. There's something I wanted to talk about regarding my dad, but I don't want to do it on the main show. We're gonna save it for the bonus show.
All right.
Me and pretty much everyone in our family have some theories about my dad's career. There's some question marks in his professional career that we have theories about that I would like to discuss on Sassafras. Right. So if you are not already a gold or golder subscriber, get to patreon.com/nomorewhoppers and sign up.
Okay. All right. Now I'm intrigued.
Yeah. You're going to love it. You're going to like the way you look.
Do you think he was in a secret military?
I guarantee it. Yeah, maybe.
I guarantee.
Great.
And I will be on Sassafras listening to Alex.
Great.
So look forward to that.
Catch me on Facebook Live.
No voicemails this week, but just for the record, 805 NMW Talk is the number to call.
Yeah, this is how busy I was in America. I didn't even have time to call that. I wanted to call the NoMoWo hotline and just, be like, hey, it's me. It's Ricky from Pittsburgh. Whatever the fuck. And I
carried 3 couches today. I'm fucking out of it.
Yeah. Folks, give us a call. Reluctant Movers, 805-669-8255.
255, yeah. All right. I think that we'll just have to wind it down here.
We're winding it down?
You're tired. I'm tired.
I am. I'm jet lagged. I'm about to die. I have not had a good night's sleep since I got back. I've been breaking it up into like 4-hour naps here and there, but I've not yet had an uninterrupted night of sleep, and it sucks, and I feel like a zombie. For some reason, my mouth tastes like hydrogen peroxide, and I don't know why.
Okay, fun.
To the point where like I'm groggily Googling taste of hydrogen peroxide jet lag symptoms, and I don't know what I expect to see.
Okay, well, let's work on that.
The only results I get are, yes, hydrogen peroxide does taste weird. I'm like, that's not my question, though.
Thanks, AI.
I know what it tastes like because when I had stitches in my tongue, I had to swish it around and gargle it once a day.
All right.
And it's gross.
I'm sorry.
And I could only eat soup. It's fine. I like soup. Yeah. What do you got? Like a minestrone? What's in your pantry?
All right. Well, let's give another attempt to sleeping.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's do that.
It's just going to be one of those episodes.
It is. But look, we need the pillow. We need it real bad.
Yeah. So thank you, everybody, for listening. You can go to our website, nomorewhoppers.com. You can find all of our links there, including the big one in the middle to our Patreon, patreon.com/nomorewhoppers. We have a $1 tier, which will help you support us, but also give you access to the previously mentioned Sassafras. So you can get access to that after show of sorts and hear us talk more. And we also have a $5 Golder subscriber tier. You get access to all of our shows a week early and our special edition of our new show, Draw Game. You can listen to Draw Game Type S, as well as, of course, Draw Game Early.
The early Draw Game is 2 weeks early.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna forget that every single time. But yes,
it just kind of worked out that way because we're trying to spread all of our shows and bonus stuff evenly across the month, and I think that was the one way that it worked out.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah.
But But anyway, nomorewhoppers.com is our link list. Also, I'll link to our merch page on there, shop.spreadshirt.com/nomorewhoppers with shirts and buttons and stickers and all that good stuff. We're also on the internet as people. I know I already mentioned the phone number. Call us with anything you might have wanted to talk about on the show.
Call us if you get lost.
Yes, indeed, that too.
And call us when you arrive.
We're like GPS for your mind. We're also on the internet individually. Alex, who are you?
Hi, I'm Patui. You can find me at patui.org. That's pitohui.org. You can go to patreon.com/Patui. I have a Patreon to fund my own dumb projects, which is primarily a podcast called 10 in 10 and a series of YouTube video essays, one of which I am in the editing process. I'm editing the script. I've not started filming it yet. It's a breakdown of Final Fantasies 11 and 14 and all their shared DNA and what I love and hate about them. I also have a very stupid video coming in the next few months as well. Please look forward to that. You can also listen to 10 in 10, which is me playing Dragon Quest X for 10 minutes an episode. Right now, there's only one episode a week. If I hit the next milestone on Patreon, it'll be 2 episodes a week, and so on and so forth. Raymond, where are you?
Okay. Thank you for all of that. My website is rdbaaa.space, and that's also my name on Blue Sky. But go to rdbaaa.space and you'll find all my links. And I also have a new game out. Blast Rush LS is on Nintendo Switch.
Buy it.
And very soon Steam on your computer.
Rent it.
It's an infinite bomb shoot 'em up with pixel art and all of those good related things.
Got good pixels.
That is about it then. Alex.
Hi.
Thank you for being a good sport.
Anytime.
And staying awake as best you can. Everybody else, keep your nose clean. We'll see you next time. Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show. Are you ready to get bent? We rate and review every yoga studio in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Don't be tall in an Arby's.